Hello and welcome to another Thrive Time update. My name is Mike Green from MG Success. I want to talk today about the difference between progress and regression, and the idea of idleness, and the idea of taking a break from something in life, taking a break from say your family, or from marriage, or from maybe church or your career, all the different things, all the different aspects of life that we all have and endure. And I want to ask you, maybe you're in that situation, or I know I've been in that situation in certain times, where you see somebody that's taking that break and you watch them slowly deteriorate away from their goals and deteriorate into living in basically a lower self state of mind, because the higher self doesn't exist in that state of taking a break. As I thought about this principle, I couldn't help but remember last year when my wife Alicia and I ran the St. George Marathon. And in the St. George Marathon course, there's a big hill. It's called the Veo Hill, and there's much discussion about it, a lot of talk. I know we stressed about it. We trained hard for it. And as we were running along and we saw that hill, we remembered all of that great training that we did. And we ran up that hill and we worked really hard. And when we got to the top of the hill, we looked out ahead of us and we saw several miles of what appeared to be flat. And we were so relieved that we'd overcome this great challenge that we were ready to take a break and to kind of go back into a lower gear and kind of coast through these next couple miles. And what happened was that what appeared to be flat for those next few miles was actually what's considered a false flat, where it appears to be flat, but it was actually uphill. And as we were running along, we realized that we had totally let our mental guard down, and being that we were coasting, it basically killed our run over those next few miles. And as we finished, we looked back on those few miles, and it certainly was some of the hardest miles that we ran. And I think that happens a lot in life. We get to a place where we've accomplished that big task, we have checked off that last big assignment with something with work, and we kind of take a break. And we decide, you know what, we're going to not necessarily move any further down progression, but we're not going to move backwards, we're just going to kind of coast. I would submit that that doesn't exist. We're either moving forwards or moving backwards. There is no in between. When you think about a car going up a hill trying to reach its goal, if it shifts into idle, it's going to roll backwards. And I think that's what happens in our life, and that's something I want you to think about today. And think about, are there false flats in your life? Are you in a state of a false flat right now? Are you being held back by your own idleness or your own taking a break? Give that some thought. We'll talk to you next time here on the Thrive Time Update.